I found out my mother-in-law still texts my husband's ex, calling her the real daughter-in-law. I found out my mother-in-law was still texting my husband's ex when her phone buzzed on the kitchen counter and I glanced at the screen without thinking. Not out of snooping, purely reflex. The notification preview read. Did you tell her yet? You know you belong with us. Love you, my real daughter-in-law. The name on top was Clara, the woman my husband dated before me for 3 years. The woman everyone in his family worshipped. The woman his mother cried over when they broke up. The woman who, apparently, was still very much present, silently, secretly, like a ghost between my marriage and peace. My stomach dropped. I stood frozen with a sponge in my hand, dishwater turning lukewarm while my brain replayed that sentence over and over. Real daughter-in-law. So what was I? A placeholder? A mistake they were politely tolerating? My husband, Daniel, walked in moments later, cheerful, asking if I wanted wine with dinner. I handed him the phone, pretending nothing happened, smiling like my chest wasn't burning. But that message planted a seed, and seeds grow even in the dark. I didn't confront him immediately. I wanted to know more before explosions started. I began noticing little details. His mom would post old photos of Daniel and Clara on Facebook and caption them with "Golden Days" or "Some girls will always be special." She never posted me. Daniel brushed it off saying, "She's nostalgic. Ignore her." But I saw how his mother's eyes lit up every time Clara's name came up at family gatherings. She'd talk about Clara's job promotions, her charity work, her family vacations, as if she were still part of them. And no one corrected her. Not even Daniel. Maybe I wouldn't have cared as much if his mother were simply attached to the past. But messages continued. I noticed because sometimes his mom would text me, asking about recipes or weather, and the same chat window was open above another chat with Clara. Curiosity turned into temptation. One evening, while helping his mother clean up after dinner at her house, she left her phone in the living room. I didn't touch it, but I heard notifications chiming one after another, rapid like an ongoing conversation. Laughter. Heart emojis. Plans. Something inside me broke. At home I told Daniel gently at first. I sat beside him on the couch, hands shaking. Your mom still talks to Clara a lot, doesn't she? He stiffened. Avoided my eyes. Sometimes, he said, casual but too quick. They remained friendly. It's harmless. Harmless. That word tasted bitter. He didn't see how humiliated I felt, sitting across the table from a mother-in-law who secretly wished I were someone else. I told him about the notification I saw, that message calling Clara the real daughter-in-law. He went quiet. Then he laughed, too loudly. My mom's dramatic. She doesn't mean it. But he didn't ask when I saw it. He didn't deny it. And that silence said everything. I tried to swallow the hurt. Weeks passed. Then months. The messages didn't stop. His mother would sometimes ask Daniel to stop by her house, just to talk. He'd go alone. I never thought much of it until I noticed he always dressed nicer for those visits than he did for date nights with me. He'd even put cologne on. Something he hadn't done for me in a while. One evening, he forgot his phone at home while going to pick something up at the store. A text popped up from his mom. I didn't touch it, but preview alone shattered me. I told Clara you might come by tomorrow. She's excited to see you. Please don't bring your wife. I stood there, shaking, staring at those words until they blurred. I opened the message thread, hands trembling so hard I had to sit down. What I found was worse than anything I imagined. Months of conversation. Photos exchanged. His mother sending pictures of Daniel and me at events, then complaining. She looked sloppy next to him. Clara responding sweetly. I miss him. We were perfect together. His mother replying. You'll always be the one. But the message that destroyed me was from 2 weeks ago, from Daniel to Clara. Maybe in another life. Things feel complicated lately. My heart cracked loud enough for me to hear it. When Daniel came home, I confronted him quietly. No screaming. Just truth. I showed him the messages. He turned white. Then defensive. Then angry, at me. He shouted that I shouldn't have looked, that it was private. Private. My marriage was being discussed behind my back like a trade negotiation, and I was expected to respect privacy. I told him I wasn't angry he talked to Clara. I was angry he let his mother treat me like a temporary guest in my own marriage. He softened. Tears pricked his eyes. He said he didn't know how to tell his mother to stop. That she guilt-tripped him, cried, told him Clara was family. That he didn't want to hurt anyone. And in protecting everyone else, he hurt me the most. I needed space. I packed a bag and left to stay with a friend. 2 days later, my phone exploded with calls, his mother's, even his sister's. Some supportive. Some blaming. His mom texted me directly for the first time in months, saying, "You're overreacting. Clara is like a daughter to me." I replied, "Then adopt her. I'm not competing for a mother-in-law." She blocked me. Daniel begged me to talk. I agreed, but only if we met in front of his entire family. If the humiliation was going to be public, so would be the truth. Sunday dinner came. I sat at the table, calm but shaking inside. His mom served everyone but skipped my plate, pretending not to notice. Clara wasn't there, but her presence weighed on the room like perfume. Halfway through dinner, I took a deep breath and placed printed screenshots in the center of the table. Conversations. Photos. The message asking him not to bring me. His line about another life. Silence. Fork stopped midair. His mother went pale, then flushed deep red. His father's jaw tightened. His sister's eyes widened. Daniel stared at me in horror, but also relief, like he knew this was inevitable. His mother finally exploded, accusing me of invading privacy, twisting things, being insecure. I simply said, insecurity isn't the problem. Disrespect is. Then I asked the question that had haunted me for months. Do you want Clara as your daughter-in-law instead? His mother didn't answer. But silence is also an answer. His father spoke first, firm, disappointed. He said this had gone too far. He told his wife she crossed a line. Their argument sparked like fire, years of unspoken things erupting at once. Daniel ended up yelling too, saying he loved me and their behavior made him feel trapped. His mother cried, saying she only wanted what's best. I asked, for whom? For him, or for you? It was chaos. Raw. Ugly. Real. By the end of the night, Daniel told his mother he needed boundaries. That Clara was the past and I was his wife. He blocked Clara's number. He handed me his phone willingly, saying, I want us. Not them. Not her. Us. I didn't forgive instantly. Trust isn't a switch. But we started couples counseling. He learned to say no to his mother. I learned to ask for what I need without apology. His mother still isn't thrilled, she tolerates me now, polite but distant. And that's okay. I don't need her love. Only respect. Sometimes I wonder how close I came to losing everything because of secrets and nostalgia. Sometimes, late at night when Daniel holds me, I think of Clara, of what she represents. A perfect past he once had, a fantasy his mother clings to. But fantasies fade. Reality stays. And reality is this. I'm the wife. I'm the present. I'm enough. Not because his mother approves, but because he finally chose our marriage over a ghost.